Hey guys, it's Kelly and Daniel, and today we're going to answer the question that we hear the most often, and that's how to lose belly fat.
Now, a lot of you have probably seen hundreds of infomercials on the subject, saying that if you buy this product or that product and you work your abs really hard, then all of a sudden you'll have this gleaming six pack. And that couldn't be further from the truth. To tell you the truth, if you focus on just working your abdominal muscles, you're probably not going to have any change in your body fat content whatsoever, just because it's such a relatively small muscle compared to the total number of muscles you have in your body. You're just never going to really make enough of a calorie deficit to really make a difference. You're going to have really nice strong abs, which is great, but they're going to be covered by a layer of fat. So to get rid of that layer of fat, you need to focus more on overall body and the exercises and the types of workouts that are going to burn the most calories.
It's impossible to spot reduce fat from anywhere on the body. So instead of focusing on all those crunches that burn very few calories, you're going to want to focus on varying types of cardio, both high intensity cardio and low impact cardio. Strength training for the entire body, upper body, lower body, and everything between. You don't want to leave out any muscle groups. And you also need to adopt a very clean diet. And by clean eating, we mean as few processed foods as possible. So stay away from the diet foods, stay away from shakes, eat real food. So we're talking fruits and vegetables, lean meats, whole grains, all the good stuff. Leave out as much of the processed stuff as you can.
Generally, if it comes in a bag or a box or a can, you don't want to eat it. So basically, like Kelly said, what it comes down to is making sure that you're not eating too many calories, you're eating the right things, and you're getting plenty of physical activity.
Consistency is key. Try not to get frustrated if you don't instantly see results or if you don't instantly feel like your stomach is leaning out. Everyone loses fat at a different rate and from different places, so just stick with it.
Definitely. Keep in mind that as you lose fat content, it's going to come from your entire body. Generally speaking, most people hold the majority of their fat content through their abdomen, so that's going to be the last place to see a really big difference just because there's more there.
In terms of the most effective workout programs and structures to lose belly fat, you can always check out our 8-week fat loss programs, or you can build your own routines with all of our videos. We recommend HIIT 2 to 3 times a week and low impact cardio on the other days, and strength training for both the upper and lower body twice a week apiece, or you can do 2 to 3 total body strength training routines.
The key, though, is mixing it up and making sure that you're really pushing yourself. So this next part of this video is not exactly probably going to be the most popular part of this video, but we think it really needs to be said, especially in today's society.
There's this mindset that's trending right now where if you don't have a six-pack, you aren't fit. If you don't have 2% body fat, you aren't healthy. And in honesty, if you have a six-pack, there's a pretty good chance that you are a low enough body fat percentage that it isn't necessarily healthy. And it's a lot of work, questionably too much work to sustain over a long period of time. So it's kind of this unrealistic thing that we're all trying to attain, because if you don't have it, you aren't fit. And so, in honesty, some body fat, some belly fat, it's okay to have. You don't want it in excess, obviously. There are a lot of health repercussions with that, but there is also a certain amount of health risk with having a body fat that's too low.
Yeah, there's actually a really big window of what's healthy as far as body fat goes. If you start getting down towards the point of having a six-pack, most people who have a six-pack, say like athletes-wise, they have a six-pack because they train so hard and they can't keep fat content on their body. They're not trying to look like that. Whereas if you see like the cover of like a magazine's plastered all over the place with these guys or gals that are completely chiseled and have, ridiculous abs and big muscles and all that kind of stuff, most of it, number one, is Photoshop.
Yeah.
It's completely fictitious to begin with. What is real is maintained by what is generally an incredibly unhealthy diet and incredibly unhealthy workload as far as physical activity goes. It's something that cannot be maintained for an indefinite period of time. And we're definitely all about being able to maintain a body, getting to a body fat percentage and a strength level that you can maintain for the rest of your life. So to tell you that you need to have a six-pack and that you need to have chiseled abs like the guys on the magazine covers is not only not true, it couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, that's one of those things that I know I've struggled with a lot. I know Kelly has issues with it quite a bit as well, is that this is probably the biggest lie that modern society has started to tell of late anyway, that somehow a six-pack is what you have to be considered healthy. And in fact, when you get down to that point, you're actually becoming unhealthy.
So this isn't to villainize people with six packs because, like we always say, everyone's different. For some people, it might be really easy to reach the point where they have a six pack and maintain that without even hardly breaking a sweat. I mean, everyone's different. But like we said, it's important to realize there's a lot of times before some of those photo shoots, there's this incredibly restrictive, very unhealthy diet that's followed, and dehydration, where they're not even drinking water for 2 days before a photo shoot. I mean, we don't have to tell you that that's not sustainable and that's not healthy. So it's just important to realize when you're seeing these images that it isn't the entire picture and it's very much airbrushed most of the time, just to help keep things in check.
And again, to reiterate, like Kelly said, we're not trying to villainize people who do have six packs. There are a lot of people out there that they just train really, really hard, or they just naturally have a really low body fat percentage, and that's perfectly fine. We're not saying that it's bad. What we are saying is that choosing a goal that is purely about aesthetics is not healthy.
Right.
I mean, and to be really, really blunt about it, it's just not a good way to base your overall health.
It's not about what you look like, it's about what your body can do.
Exactly. The fitness blender mantra.
Yeah.
It's all about what you can do with your body.
Instead of body shaming in either direction, either you have too much body fat or you have too little body fat, just focus on what is healthiest for your own body.
Don't judge yourself against anyone else, and don't judge anyone else against yourself. So I guess the main thing we want you to take away from this is that trying to lose belly fat is not a bad thing, but trying to get down to a six-pack is not necessarily a healthy goal either. What you want to do is focus on what's going to make you most healthy and what's going to be best for you. So don't ever compare yourself to anyone else, and be happy with what you have.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Everybody loses a different.
Could you say that again without stealing my part?
No.
Abs.